If I could travel back in time knowing what I know, shit would be a lot different. If you know, you know. Everything I'm not made me who I am. Make it to the top was my only plan.
Yo, it's your boy HJ. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Pay attention, man. You might learn something.
Yeah, y'all, it's the kid HG, man. Let's talk about it. We got today's topic is Crips in the New Jersey and New York prisons, man. I never been to prison in New York City, you know what I'm saying? Well, New York State. But, you know, I've heard a lot of stories, and, you know, I always hear the Crips have a hard time up there, man, because they outnumbered like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple Crips who, you know, I heard be standing on business or whatever, but it's not a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I heard that Green was like a stronghold for them. Like, they actually ran Green, like, to where the Crips and the Latin Kings, they kind of ran that joint. I don't know if it's still like that, but any other prison, like Clinton and, you know, Kaksaki and all that other stuff, Sing Sing, whatever, you know what I'm saying? All them other joints, you know, they got like 50 of them or something like that, you know what I mean? I heard the Bloods be on it. They you know, they be on timing, man. They be, you know, cutting dudes left and right, and a lot of dudes be low riding. A lot of dudes try to be Muslim, you know what I mean? Or, you know, now they got that JetBlue thing going on, so a lot of dudes, you know, they might fall in line with that, you know what I mean? But I heard it's always been rough. And Rikers Island, not so much, because, you know, in the city, it's like, you know, it's a lot of Crips. You know, it might still be tension, but it's a lot more Crips, you know what I mean, on Rikers Island. You know, they be doing their thing there rather than upstate. It's harder for them. So, like, dudes will be cool with you in Rikers Island, and you'll go upstate, and, you know, their big homie might make them, you know what I mean, get at you. Like, and they got to do it. It just is what it is, you know? But last time I was on Rikers Island, you know, it was these dudes, you know, it was a lot of Bloods in my dorm or whatever. It was dorms. It was like a dorm setting. So it was a lot of Bloods. It was damn near everybody. Either was a Spanish gang or you was Blood, you know what I'm saying? It was this one Crip dude, and we didn't even know he was Crip till like later on, because he wasn't like repping or, you know, throwing up no gang signs or nothing like that. He actually was like like he was either Jamaican or Guyanese or something, and he was in that crowd. It was a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? And he was running with them, you know what I mean? And I don't know how dudes found out he was Crip, you know what I mean? But you know, there was this dude, he used to get phone calls from me every day. He used to be like, yo, can you make a phone call for me? And he would just give me items, like he'd give me a soup or a cookie or a honey bun or something. Come to find out, he was taking it from the Crip dude and giving it to me for them phone calls, you know what I'm saying? And the Crip dude, he used to order heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like, in Rikers Island, it ain't like you got to put in a form and wait for your food to come. Like, no, you go to the store and you order, like, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. So he used to always come back with a big bag, but let's just say he had 50 items, about 20 of them would go towards this dude just going in his locker and taking his stuff. I mean, his bin, whatever. I don't think it was lockers. I think it was like bins or something. He would go in his bin and just take it. And dude was like 6'6", and he was from Crown Heights. Like, not for nothing, all the hoods I lived in as a youngin' in New York was all Crip neighborhoods. Like, and a lot of my family members is Crip. I just never got involved in all that. But Crown Heights, Flatbush, East Flatbush, all that, Canarsie, a lot of them is Crip neighborhoods. Like, in Brownsville, you got Crips out there too. You know what I'm saying? But you got Bloods out there. Like, a lot of other hoods, like the East, New York, and all that, they predominantly Blood. Like, Bed-Stuy, they predominantly Blood. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the city is Blood, not for nothing. Like, it's crazy because out Cali, the Crips is the ones that's deep, and the Bloods is outnumbered. But on the East Coast, is a totally different thing. Now, as far as Jersey, like in the prisons, man, you know, in the early 2000s, like, the Bloods outnumbered the Crips crazy. And it was like, even if they just thought you was Crip, they was getting at you, or they was use that as a reason to get at you. Like, if they ain't like you, whatever, they'd be like, man, he Crip, and then, you know, dudes would get at him or whatever. So, like, you know, certain dudes who come to mind, like Crip dudes that, you know, was Crip back then and they actually held it down. But I know they biz was rough, because my man went down in 03. One of my homies, like my close homies, he had went down, and he was having trouble with the Bloods, and he wasn't even a gangbanger. He just was regular. He was just a neutral. I mean, and he was having issues, like, cause it's like, you know, back then, it's like, if you fought one of them, you had to fight all of them, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they jumped him a couple times, but he wasn't going, like, you know what I mean? He held his own, he did what he had to do. You know what I mean? But, by the time I started going to prison, mind you, I ain't started going to prison till late. Like, I was like 2012 and all that, I started going up top. And, by then, the Crips was like deep in there, like, it was almost like even. You know what I mean? The Bloods might outnumber them a little bit, but like when I was on Annandale, like I said, on the compound, the Crips kind of ran that joint. Like, It was Bloods there too. They was deep, but as far as the Crips, you know, it's a difference. Like they really stick together. Like the Bloods, they, you know, they kind of be on some, like, if they ain't with my set or whatever, they don't really care. I mean, some of them is like that, but the Crips, they kind of stick together because they outnumber like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in New York, it's a lot of, like, West Indians be Crips. Like, a lot of, like, you know, Haitians, Jamaicans, Guyanese, Trini, because those, in them type hoods that I just named, that's mostly West Indian neighborhoods. So you'll see a lot of them, you know what I mean, becoming Crips or whatever. You know what I mean? But in Jersey, like I said, right now, I mean, from what I've been seeing in my last time down, it was a Blood and a Crip sharing a cell together. Like, before, that was unheard of. Like I said, man, like back in the day, even if they just thought you was Crip, like, it was on your body, man. So a lot of them used to be low riding. They wouldn't be repping they, you know what I mean, their situation. They would be, you know, trying to be Muslim. They would be, you know, like, just saying they wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, as of now, it's kind of deep. And I say a lot of that came from the Grape Street. Like, you know, they deep and they get busy, you know what I'm saying? Hoovers be deep. You got Rolling 30s be deep. You got Rolling 60s. Even though I never really came across no Rolling 60s like that, but I know they is deep. You know what I mean? But I definitely came across the 30s, the Hoovers, the Grapes, of course. Like, them dudes be deep, man. You know what I mean? And, like I said, man, for you to be that in the early 2000s, you had to have heart, bro, because they was on you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I heard a lot of stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, Blood's always been a stronghold in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And New York City, you know what I'm saying? Like, New York State, you know what I'm saying, for that part, you know what I mean? So, that's pretty much it, man. Like, you know, I seen a lot of things where, you know, dudes would clash and, you know, they call each other certain names and all that I ain't gonna get into. You know what I mean? But, you know, Bloods back in the day, they was splashing dudes. They was hitting you with that 190 octane with the baby oil and all that. Like they done splashed. A lot of dudes done felt a wrath for that. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean, dudes done got ran up off the compound. Dudes had to check in and all that. Like, it was bad, man. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. But, you know, now they holding their own. Now it's on some, like, I want to say everybody kind of getting along. It's like a mutual respect. Like, there's just certain hoods, you know, that get along. Especially, like, because in Jersey, like, whatever goes on in Newark kind of trickles down everywhere. So, in Newark, let's just say, if Grape Street rocking with 7 and they heavy, almost like how the Jet Blue thing is, which is like the Hounds and the, and certain Crips, I think it's like the, you know, the G-Stones or the GS9s or, you know what I mean, like that. They tied in. So that's kind of like how the Grape and the 7s is, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of trickles down. Like, you'll see, so the rest of the state gonna fall in line with that, you know what I'm saying? Because Newark kind of like sets the precedent for Jersey. It's the biggest city. A lot of the big bros come from there, you know what I mean? So they kind of set the precedent for the state, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, it's I think it's what's up, you know what I mean? That they not really, you know, beefing, they not really, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, it still be a little bit of stuff here and there, but for the most part, they be chilling. Like, I done been on a compound where, like, there don't be no situations with no Bloods and no Crips, yo. Like, they be actually chilling, man. So, you know, that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? But, like I always say, man, the key is to stay out of jail, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who, you know, went down and came home. I mean, make sure y'all go check out that Moss Guard interview, man. My man, he did time down Jamesburg and Ep and all that, and he came home and changed his life around. He just opened up a store, man. If you're in the Philadelphia area, man, stop by the store. It's on 2000 North Front Street, right there in the middle of North Philly. It's in Fishtown, whatever. Go check it out, man. Like, he got a lot of good stuff going on. That was a good interview. I mean, that I feel like dudes need to see that, man, because, you know, like, dudes be feeling like because they went down, they can't come home and do good. Like, no, he changed his life all the way around. He inspired me, I mean, a lot of ways. So go check that interview out, man. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe. It's the Kid HG signing off.